Alright, so hello, good morning students. How are you? Fine? Good? Okay, good to hear that you are good. I'm fine as well. So how was your weekend? Some say good, some say boring. Okay, do you want to hear about my weekend? Please say yes. Yes. Okay, so if you say yes, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my weekend. So during my weekend, I went to the park to jog with my friend. After that, we planned to have lunch at the Mama Cafe. However, when we get in the car, we could not start the car. Oh, it was my friend's car. So I guess the car have a problem with the engine probably. So we were panicking because we don't know what to do. We don't know who to call, or certainly we don't know how to fix the car. Moreover, it was scorching hot that day, and hence the panicking. But after some time, someone came by and helped us out, so the car restarted again. So yes, thankfully, thank you to the man who helped us. And so to sum up the day, it was fun yet hectic for both of us. Next time class, you should check your car before you're going anywhere, okay, so that problems like this won't occur to you or your friends or your family. Okay, students, so do you know why I tell you about my story? You don't know? Okay, if you notice, when I tell you the story, I add some transition markers in my words. Can you notice that? Do you know what is transition markers? You don't know? You're not sure? Okay, so without further ado, I am going to let you watch a video. Wait, I'll show you the video right here. Wait. Alright students, so here is the video. I need you to pay attention to this video because we are going to have a quiz later, okay? So focus on the video. Gonna start right now. Alright students, so that's it for the video. I hope you understand because it also includes some example, right? So I want to show you another more example of the transition markers right here. So we have the addition, contrast, cause and effect, comparison, concussion, example, and sequence and conclusion. So I'll give you 30 seconds to read each one of the slides. So 30 seconds start now for this slide. Read it because remember we have the quiz later. Okay, moving on to the next slide. And lastly, this one. Alright, since you have read more examples on the transition markers, we are now moving on to informal letters. So you guess what we're going to do today? Exactly, you are going to write an informal letter. So let's refresh your mind on informal letter, alright? Since you have learned informal letter before, so this is the example of informal letter. Okay, so first and foremost, informal letter is used to write to whom? It is for your close friends, your relatives, your grandmother, but basically it's for the people who you are close with. So at the top right corner of your letter, it has to be your address, okay? Your address instead of the person whom you send the letter to. And beneath the address, you need to have the date of the letter that you write. And after that, of course, you need to have a greeting. Dear Daniel, dear grandmother, dear sister, alright? But you need to have to greet the person first. And then next, you need to have an opening. Maybe you ask for the person's well-being. Like right here, how have you been? Yes, so you can say that. Maybe also you can also write, I've received your letter last week. So you are writing the letter back to that person, and in the body, you started to tell your story, the content of your letter right here. And don't forget the ending. You need to have an ending to close your letter, alright? So, like the words right here, for example, I still miss you and our friends. Please send my regards to your parents. You can also say like, I hope to see you soon. Yes, that's one of the example. And lastly, very important, don't forget your sign off and signature right here, okay? Alright, so since we have learned transition markers and informal letter, now I want you to go to Socrative right here, socrative.com, type in right now, and choose the student login. So your room name here is this code. You enter this code, NFI 467, NFI 467, and you just join. And 467, you join, and you insert your name. I want your real name, okay everyone? So like myself. Okay, so it straight away brought you to here. There are 7 questions based on what you have learned just now from the video, which is the transition markers and also the informal letter. So I'll give you 2 minutes to answer. Don't stress too much, it's very easy everyone. So 2 minutes starts now. Okay, students, 2 minutes is up. I assume everyone is done, and okay, I have a surprise for you, just a little surprise. I didn't tell you before, but okay, so there are 7 questions, right? So those who manage to answer 5 questions correctly will receive a star as a reward. Yes, so I will check your answers later, and those who get 5 correct answers, I will reward you a star in your name list. Okay, right now, moving on to the next activity. I want you to go to your Padlet right here. Go to your Padlet now. And as you can see at the first column here, list out 3 things that you like about your country. So example right here, I did is the first one is beautiful cities, second delicious food, and lastly various cultures. So I will give you 1 minute to list out 3 things that you like about your country. List out down here. Okay everyone, I want all your answers down here. Don't forget to write your name here and your answers 3 points here. Okay, go write it now. Alright students, time is up. I assume you are done with the listing. Now moving on to the next column here, download the file below. So I want you to download this file, this document Word, and read the instruction here. And yes, you need to do an informal letter, just a very short one. You don't need to stress out too much on the letter, just a short and simple, sweet and simple informal letter, okay, to your pen pal from Australia. You need to include the 3 points that you have listed out earlier and use as many transition markers as you want. I don't mind how many transition markers that you want to use, 1, 2 or 3, but I would rather love it more if you use a lot. Okay, and write your answers in between 80 to 100 words. So this is actually very short everyone, so you can just write it in 1 page. That is enough. So I will give you 7 to 9 minutes to complete your task. Okay, I'll give you right now. Download it and write your answers below. Okay everyone, 7 to 9 minutes right now. While you are doing your work, I will play some songs so that it will not be too quiet for you to do your work. Don't worry, it will be too loud. It will be a soft and slow song to ease your mind. Alright everybody, so do your work now. I'll search the song right now. Alright students, time is up. So you are done with your informal letter. Now I want you to send your file back right here at this column. Send your informal letter here. Don't forget to add your name and upload your file right here. Okay, pick a file from your desktop, the one that you have saved. Alright, so do it now. Don't look at my picture here. I know I don't look pretty there. Okay, now send your file. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, so we are done with the lesson. Alright, so back to my face here. So focus on me, students. So I will check your answers later. So let's recap for today's lesson. What have you learned from today's class? Yes, so you have learned about transition markers, the different types of transition markers, and also the examples of transition markers. And also you learn about informal letter. Yes, you learn about transition markers and also informal letter that resulted you to write one, right? So I guess that's it for today's class. If you have any questions, you can just ask me freely on Telegram group. As you know, we have the Telegram group, right? So you can ask me any questions there. If you don't know if you don't understand something, you can just ask me there. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next lesson, in the next class, next week, okay? Don't forget to stay safe and take care. Bye, students. I'll see you next week. Bye.